Big movie Monte Carlo tomorrow at 6:35 here on RTE1. Now though, it's Shortland Street.
For goodness sake, Warren, how the hell did you get in here? He's dead.
Thank you for calling me.
Do you think you can get her out of here without a meltdown?
You know you're the reason my marriage is over. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be with him. I'd have a husband, a house, everything. I wish you'd never been born.
Fancy watching a DVD after this?
I've got rosters. Need any overtime?
If there's any going, I'd offer it to Vanessa first. You know, she's thinking of going to Central full-time.
Not another one. I can't afford to lose any more senior staff.
That's why I'm telling you, we need to find ways of keeping people.
Callum said he was looking into subsidised health insurance as a staff incentive. But, of course, he hasn't got back to me.
How much of a subsidy?
Enough to make it worthwhile.
That would definitely make more nurses interested in staying.
Okay, I'll follow it up.
Hey, do you want me to come with you to the funeral tomorrow?
No, I'm not going.
Why not?
I've made my peace with Warren.
He was your army buddy. Won't a lot of the other guys be there?
I'm not going, Trace. Just leave it, please.
Look, your mother was drunk. You can't take what she says personally.
She said she wished I'd never been born.
Well, okay, that's a little bit thoughtless, I admit.
It was pure calculated hate. She even blames me for her marriage breakup. How could she do that? Dad abandoned both of us. It broke my heart.
I know, and she does too. That's the thing. She doesn't mean what she's saying. It's the booze.
No, you don't know her. When she's drunk, she says exactly what she means. She has resented me from the day I was born.
Look, if that was true, you wouldn't have any sort of relationship now. It's you that she turns to in her darkest hours. That's got to mean something.
Please. She's making me pay. Well, I'm not paying anymore. No more rehab, no more handouts, no more anything. I'm done.
Brooke, it doesn't work like that. She's your mum.
So? Why should I go on giving and giving when she won't lift a finger?
Well, one more try might do it.
She hates me. That is reason enough to walk away.
And lastly, I need your annual leave forms. If I don't get them by the end of the week, I'll assume you're not interested in holidays. Right, it's us.
Why is he being so mean? Is this about his friend who died?
Yeah. Horrible, huh? Coming home and finding him OD'd. Can we not mention any of this to Scotty? He's got enough on his plate. Hey, we feel for him, honestly. It doesn't mean he has to take it out on us.
Happy smile, a kind word. Might help stop the exodus to Central.
Exodus? Who else is thinking of leaving?
Else? Vanessa reckons she's off.
Might be.
And Trisha.
Same with Ian, I heard.
Why? The money's not any better over there.
But you don't get messed around as much.
Does Central offer subsidised health insurance in its nursing contracts?
Doubt it. Why?
What would you say if you knew that Scotty was trying to jack it up for us?
For real?
It's early days yet, but he's doing his damnedest. And he'll let you know more once it is a done deal, okay?
Sweet. Go Scotty.
Just wondering how the subsidised health insurance deal for nurses is going.
So far, not great. I've spoken to 3 companies, none of whom are interested in making a deal that we can afford.
Not even with the sponsorship exposure.
Well, budgets are a lot tighter than they used to be, Scotty, but I haven't given up. I've got a meeting with another outfit this afternoon, and they sound a lot more positive on the phone.
What exactly is the deal you're negotiating?
Roughly half-priced health insurance.
This is what we need to keep our senior staff.
Right. How do things go with that friend of yours, the one who overdosed?
His funeral's today.
Well, at least that'll give you a chance to catch up with some of your army buddies.
You'll let me know how you go at the meeting?
Absolutely.
Great, thanks.
I've just had William Nugent in my ear. What exactly did you say to him yesterday?
I informed him of the new dietary regime. It's possible he might have felt a little behind the 8 ball.
Well, he's coming in later to sample our new nosh, presumably to take the credit if it's a success, or shaft you if it's not.
It will be a success. We've tried the food. We both know of the good work that Zoe Archer is doing. Rachel, once this gets out, Shortland Street will be the model for all hospital kitchens. And William Nugent will not get any of the credit.
You say that, but we both know how he works.
Yeah, he's got a copy of Machiavelli's handbook on him at all times. I've seen it in his briefcase. But this time, I'm one step ahead of him.
Meaning what?
Watch out for a press release this afternoon. There'll be no doubt who's behind the dietary revolution.
Callum, you haven't been rash.
On the contrary, I've been quite restrained, especially since William Nugent wants me sacked, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let him get what he wants.
To make up for that coffee date we never managed yesterday.
Thank you. So, how did the breakfast menus go down?
Really well. The big hurdle now is seeing how well the patients like the lunches. The ex. If he tries to get out of childmind... Oh, no, not today.
What's up?
David's got bronchitis. I need to pick up Dallas. I don't know what to do.
Can I help?
I can't send you to pick up my son from his father. That would be...
Too much too soon. I agree. What about the lunches? What can I do there?
The DHB are coming to try my food. The new meals have to be perfect.
So give me the menu specs. I'll check the meals off against them. How hard can that be?
Are you sure you can manage?
Absolutely. Go. Say hi to Dallas. Go.
Wait. Dr. Freeman?
Yes?
Mrs. Flinders' BSL is 4. Should I still give her dose of metformin?
Has she eaten this morning? No. Will her blood sugar be low as a result? Yes. Do we not always wait to give metformin with meals? Yes.
If it helps any, she had a huge row with her drunk mum in front of a bunch of DHB suits last night. Hence the mood.
I have to ask, what on earth are you doing?
A favour. The dietitian has to pick up her boy.
Favour for the dietitian?
This doesn't look right. These oncology meals have bread rolls. They should be the new low-carb diet.
That was my understanding. But the meals would be pretty small without the rolls.
I'm sure they could replace them with veggies. There's been a mix-up. These have to go back to the kitchen and have the bread rolls removed.
OK, sure.
And you're standing in for the dietitian because...
A favour, like I said.
I see. Good. She's a lovely woman, Zoe. Attractive.
Don't worry, I answered the bell for you.
Sorry, I was visiting a friend in surgical. Poor old thing's had a hip replacement.
Mrs. Flinders' INR is a bit high, so I've reordered her warfarin. Should I run through why I'm doing that?
Her blood coag factors are slightly out, so you're re-prescribing blood thinner.
Any questions?
Is this dose a bit high?
No, it's conservative. So how about administering the drug so Mrs. Flinders can enjoy her lunch?
Hey, how'd the meeting go?
Sorry, no time. Got to make sure the new meals get a tick from the DHB.
Yes or no?
No, their offer wasn't good enough.
You'll keep negotiating, though?
Sorry, Scotty, their bottom line didn't match ours.
What about other companies?
Well, in the future, maybe, but right now, the health insurance deal for the nurses is dead.
And you're just going to leave it at that, then?
Scotty, I did my best. Now I have to focus on more pressing matters.
Leave forms, as requested.
We've even done some negotiating, so we're not all skiving off at once. It's just a little way to show our thanks for all that you're doing.
Everyone understands you're going through a rough time, yet you're still organising to help us out.
All the nurses with kids are dead keen. Cheap health insurance could really...
Wait, what are you talking about? Who told you this?
Tracy.
Oh, brilliant.
Is it really such a big deal that we know? Your approval rating has gone through the roof.
I'm not trying to get approval. I'm trying to run a nursing department, and the insurance deal is off. It's dead. What were you thinking? I'm mid-negotiation, and you go blabbing to everyone that the health insurance is a done deal?
I told them you were busy working hard on their behalf.
Of course I'm working hard. I always work hard. It's what I do. Why did you tell them about it?
Because of the mood you're in. You're taking it out on staff, and they wanted to know why. They guessed it was about Warren's death, and they were sympathetic.
Oh, someone saved me from the gossip of prattling women.
Oh, people care about you. When you're upset, they want to know why. And as it happened, I was able to share the good news about the subsidised health insurance ahead of time.
The health insurance that is now never going to happen?
What?
It fell through. And now I have to tell that to everyone. As for discussing my private life, is it any wonder I keep things to myself?
Dare I ask?
It's complicated. Actually, no, it's not. It's about Warren dying.
Warren, his old army buddy.
You didn't hear about it.
No, what happened?
Hey, sorry things didn't work out so well for your mum last night.
Well, my mother specialises in embarrassing scenes.
I'm sure everyone understands.
I don't want everyone to understand. I just want to forget the whole thing. Forget I've got a mother. Anyway, thanks for trying to help.
Oh, actually, that was what I was about to offer. Help, I mean.
Thank you, but I'm okay. My mother can find her own way to hell.
Giving up on her, eh?
I really don't need your judgment on what I do or don't do.
I'm not judging you. I know exactly how it goes. You reach a point when you realise you can't do any good, and so you have to protect yourself.
Right, well, now that we've sorted that...
Look, I need you to see a patient. You're diabetic on warfarin, Mrs. Flinders.
Yeah?
She's developed a few petechiae in her arm, and I checked her drugs, and she's been given a massive dose of warfarin.
That new nurse, she is hopeless.
Which shall I inflict on my long-suffering theatre staff? Music of the Spanish Renaissance or the chills?
Both a bit before my time.
Oh, you young people, no sense of history. Sorry to hear about Warren, by the way.
He was always going to overdose one day.
Well, it can't be easy for you that he chose your place to do it.
I doubt he chose anything. He was waiting, he shot up, bang, gone.
Did you ever sort things?
The last thing he said to me was some guff about his dead mother telling him to come and find me.
You must have meant a lot to him.
I was just another one of his ex-army buddies he could hit up for drugs or money.
He must have meant a lot to you then, otherwise you wouldn't be taking it out on Tracy.
She spoke out of turn. She let me down. It has nothing to do with Warren.
You going to the funeral then?
Drop it, Chris.
All Tracy is trying to do is look out for you. You should appreciate that.
Ah, which ward are these patients from, Yvonne?
Medical, oncology to be specific.
Hi, is that the lunch feedback?
Just sorting them into wards.
Great, thanks. Are the DHB reps still here?
Yes, they are waiting upstairs to see these, but we have a problem. The patient feedback for the new meals is terrible.
This can't be right.
I thought the new oncology menu was reduced carbohydrates, not reduced calories. They're saying they are starving.
I don't get it. They should have had plenty.
We ended up having to send out sandwiches to hand out.
Sandwiches?
Sorry, it's a weird time to lay our hands on.
Right, before we go upstairs and get lynched by the DHB, who are gagging to find something wrong with the new scheme, can you explain this away?
Chris was supposed to be on hand to check the meals.
Why is my head of surgery checking meals?
I had to look after my son. Chris must have got held up in theatre.
I heard he was there. He sent the meals back to the kitchen, got them to remove some of the food. I gather he didn't approve of something.
Okay, we have to deal with the sharks.
I can only apologise.
Absolutely not. Most basic rule of management. Never apologise, especially when you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
What on earth were you thinking? You could have killed her.
I gave what you charted. I thought it was too much, but you said it was right.
I charted 1.5 and you gave her 7.5.
No, that's not right.
You don't have to tell me. Now my patient is at serious risk of bleeding to death.
No, I mean, I thought you charted 7.5.
Her INR was 3.5. Why in heaven's name would I chart 7?
I must have misread the figures.
Just get that vitamin K into her.
We have another problem. Mrs. Flinders' relatives are putting in a formal complaint.
Great. Now look what you've done.
Plus, you'll need to both see Callum. Have you arranged the frozen plasma?
No, not yet.
I'll get on to that now.
I will personally make sure that this doesn't happen again.
It won't, I promise.
I know it won't. Because after this meeting with Callum, you won't work here anymore.
Again, thank you very much.
Nice bit of politics, if I say so myself. Politics or dietetics? You withhold your little plan until it's too late for us to comment. Then you produce a fait accompli and a press release to make the DHB look backward. Nice.
William, you wouldn't have touched these changes without 18 months of meetings at least. Whereas an autonomous CEO, using his brain and the expertise of his staff, can roll it out in a fortnight.
Would you excuse us a minute? You publicly shafted us, Callum.
Which is what you intend to do to me, William.
This hospital will become a satellite of Central because it makes good business sense. But you carry on this way, make it a personal fight with the DHB, you will lose. Badly. Oh, and the cancer patients being deliberately starved? It's going to make for a very funny story to do the rounds with. Cheers for that.
Chris was responsible for the lunch meals?
Mm-hmm.
Find him and kill him.
Tracy, what? You know what happened in Timor with Warren and me.
There was a friendly fire incident. One of your patrol was killed. There was a hearing, but you were exonerated.
As far as I'm aware, it was an accident. Greg was shot. But there might have been more than one of us who wanted him dead.
Who wanted him dead?
Me. He raped my girlfriend.
Scotty.
The reason I ordered us out and left him there had as much to do with Jody as it did the fact the rest of my men were in danger.
No, you were too fair-minded. You had to weigh up the life of one of your men against the entire patrol.
I let a man die, Tracy, and I was glad.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Warren knew. He knew it wasn't right that Greg raped my girl, but he wanted to rescue him. Right or wrong, we were brothers in arms. He knew he should have disobeyed orders and rescued Greg. Half of the reason he took to drugs was to stop the guilt.
Hey, he took to drugs because that's who he was, and you did what you could to help him.
Not enough. After the hearing about Greg's death, I couldn't look any of my men in the eye. I got out, took to nursing, and tried to make up for what I'd done.
You are being too hard on yourself. As usual, you are one of the good guys.
No, I'm not. I'm a stuff-up, and I wanted you to know that.
Scotty, I'm sorry. I've made a mistake. A really bad one.
There wasn't enough food on my plate to feed a dying man. Trust me, I know. Why the mouse-sized lunch? Isn't it enough I've got cancer? Need I go on? Why did you have the kitchen remove food from the oncology patient meals?
They didn't replace the bread rolls.
Bread rolls?
Well, there were bread rolls on the plate, and I checked your list, and it should have been cauliflower cheese, so I sent them back.
Oh.
Should I have called you?
Yes, absolutely. Why didn't you call?
Well, because I thought I'd done exactly what you would have done, and I knew you were stressed enough picking up Dallas. I still should have called.
Yes.
I apologise.
So do I. I shouldn't have got angry. You've done so much. This was just a glitch.
I wish I'd followed up now. I made sure the lunch was perfect.
Oh, well, plenty of time to get it right. And no time like the present to get started.
Zoe? Dinner sometime, maybe?
Ask me again when this teething period's over.
Gonna catch up with Brooke today?
I saw her last night. She'll be sick of me.
Go on, give her a call.
Talk me into it.
See you later.
Hi. TK said to come on in.
You want to leave something for him?
No. I want to talk to you. I think you should know Brooke's had enough.
She asked you to tell me that, did she?
No.
So why are you here?
I thought if you still cared about your daughter, you might decide a stint in rehab is worth keeping her. You might even stay dry. Like me.
Oh, how I hate alcoholics. Especially the ones on the wagon. So, you're off the booze. Big deal. You've got a man to lean on, eh?
I am currently living with someone.
Oh, that first one always tastes like nectar, doesn't it? Nice figure. Still attractive. I'm sure you keep him very happy. Oh, me and my manners. Just one, eh? You won't smell it on your breath. Just one to iron out those niggling little nerves. And they do twitch so, don't they?
No, thank you.
Oh, go on. You're on the wagon, you've got your man. Have one to celebrate. Feels so good. So relaxing.
Nice try, Annette.
So strong, aren't you? You never drink again? Oh, of course not. Not even if he kicks you out? Find someone with less baggage? Just go away.
I was good at that too. Pushing people away. It's easier than letting them help you. Because if you did that, you might actually have to take responsibility for yourself. Brooke still loves you. Isn't that worth more than the contents of that glass?
You wrote an order for 1.5 of warfarin. You gave 7.5. Have I got that right? Okay, so how's Mrs. Flinders doing now?
She's responded well to treatment, currently stable.
Okay, you understand how bad this could have been?
I really thought the one was a 7.
Then you should have checked with Dr. Freeman.
I tried.
Tried? If for any reason you weren't happy, you should have paged her and waited.
Totally.
Okay. You've apologised to the woman's relatives?
It didn't make them any happier, I can tell you.
Okay. Well, let's get the incident form in and we'll go from there. Scotty will issue you with a formal warning, which will go into your record at the Bureau. You understand what that means?
Slap on the wrist with a wet bus ticket.
Thank you. We are done.
No, I don't think so. Are you going to actually bother looking at the drug chart?
Don't try shifting blame. That order is legible.
Even if it weren't, the point stands. You should have taken your concerns further to ensure that there was no chance of a drug overdose.
But that isn't a 1, Callum. It's a 7, and Wendy's attempts to point that out to Brooke were rebuffed.
Scotty, your concerns are noted. Are we done?
No. My nurse is formally reprimanded with potentially serious consequences to her career, yet the doctor responsible walks free. That's not good enough. I won't allow it.
Just what's going on here, Scotty?
Good question. Answer: doctors rate higher than nurses in this hospital. Business as usual.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You shut up! And you start acting like a proper leader, or I will back Wendy and take this to the union. I won't see her shafted so that you can do what doctors always do: cover each other's backsides.
Scotty, you do what you have to do. In the meantime, you might want to reassess whether you want to work here or not, because I will not take this from you or anyone. And you can consider this a formal warning. Now get out!
Hollywood's hottest couple has just broken up, and it'll take more than special effects to get them back together. In our Friday night movie, John Cusack and Catherine Zeta-Jones star in America's Sweethearts tonight at 9:35 here on 1. Up next, Doctors.